Hi.
Well, welcome to another day,
vlog.
Another vlog. It's not really so much a vlog, this one, as it is a life update, I guess.
Yeah, I guess
right?
so.
We've now been here for 6 months. How ridiculous is that?
Very.
6 months that we've been here in Kenya. And a lot of you have actually noticed that recently we've been a little bit quiet on YouTube, and we're sorry. We've been trying the last couple of weeks, we've been smashing a few out. But we have been crazy busy with our projects, our other projects that we've been working on. We've just launched a new training platform for Ina, where she...
Hold on.
which is amazing and super affordable. We can talk a bit more about that later.
Which he built, by the way.
Which I built. Which I create websites, by the way.
Yeah, I'm so impressed at how, like, anytime we come up with a new idea or a new thought or a new project, he's always the one that builds the entire website.
Got my glasses on.
This is an actual, like, membership based. It's not like your typical one page or whatever. And he's figured it out. So yeah, if anybody needs a website building, ding!
My head's getting bigger. What else have we been doing? We've also been creating content for you guys and creating content for other people. We've now started, we love creating content so much that we have decided to start essentially offering these services to hotels, restaurants, bars, any businesses or people that need content creation for social media and things like that. So we've been out
sites and basically any kind of media you need for anything.
Yeah.
We are the people in Kenya.
So again, get in touch for that. But yeah, it's been 6 months now and we have had a crazy time. I'd say we've done more than we've ever done in any other location in a 6-month period. And I think it would be a right time now to do a little montage of what we've gotten up to this last 6 months. So let's drop that in here. So we wanted to start, I think it's only right that we start with the bad, you know what? Because clearly from what you've just seen, we've had an amazing time. So we can't just go into that straight away with like, oh, it's also amazing. By the way, we haven't actually like practiced our responses to this, or Ina didn't even know what the questions were gonna be. So I think we should talk about what the worst thing for us is about living here in Kenya. Go.
Why? You've had this question all along. You're putting me on the spot.
What have you found as the biggest challenge of being here?
Well, it's hard to tell because it's like, you know, it's not just about being in Kenya, it's also where in Kenya, you know, being far away from small luxuries like a supermarket. We have a tiny supermarket, but I'm not gonna lie, last time I shopped there, I said I'm never gonna shop there again. It's so expensive. So I guess it's not just Kenya. I think we've experienced this everywhere we went, in any country we've gone. You know, the more remote it is, the less likely it is that you're gonna have those luxuries. And I personally don't have a negative experience of Kenya.
That's boring.
So that's just me. I genuinely can't think. But
no,
you're a little bit more like straight to the point.
No. So in all honesty, what you just touched on then was gonna potentially be my thing, my biggest gripe about, and actually Ina said it as well, like we can only really talk about where we are. Like living on the coast is not the same as living in Nairobi versus living in the Highlands versus, you know, like everywhere
every
is
location
different.
has its own
So based
challenges.
on where we are, if we're to talk about the worst thing, for me is the disconnect. Like the disconnect from, it's also a slight positive, but like
Disconnect from what?
well, everything, like the convenience, the like for example, how much does the Wi-Fi ruin our life?
Okay, all right. If we're talking like that, yeah, but I didn't want to put too much of a negative spin on Kenya itself, because I felt like the Wi-Fi or the inconvenience, that happens everywhere. We've experienced those things literally everywhere we went, because of what we do and being online and doing these kind of things. We always rely on good Wi-Fi connection, good solid, like we like healthy, good foods, which cost money, unfortunately. The little comforts that we can get, we're in Kenya, which means we don't get anything of what we used to get back home. But otherwise, I'd say the same sort of negatives as anywhere else for me personally.
Okay. Fine.
But we agree on that, don't we?
Yeah. To be honest, it's like my dad said when we got pregnant with Malia and we were traveling and running our businesses on the road. My dad's first reaction to us telling him that we were having a baby was, well, you never did like to do things the easy way, did you? And that is true. Like we always put ourselves in these positions where, like right now I have a beautiful view of the creek and palm trees and monkeys and all of that kind of stuff. But if I want to upload a video, it's going to take a long time. So okay, yeah, we agree on that for the worst thing. If you're living in Kenya or Kenyan or whatever, I want to know what the worst thing you think is about living in Kenya. Write that down below.
As a local, I'm interested.
As a local, I'm genuinely
interested.
interested. What do you hate about living in Kenya?
What annoys you? Tell us.
So, we'll get on to the best thing about living in Kenya. But first, I think we should talk a little bit more about the projects that we've been doing here to kind of break this up a little bit.
Yeah. What have we been up to? Why have we been a little bit distant?
Oh, it's been crazy.
It's been about 2 months of grinding, but prior to that, it's been about a month of planning. So maybe 3 months all in all, where, life has been crazy. He's worked very hard.
Not as hard as you.
So have I.
Okay, seeing as it's your baby, why don't you tell people about your new membership platform that we've just created? What is it? Who's it for? What is it? Like, what do they get for it?
I don't want to go too long into it because I don't want it to become a bit of a sales pitch, but basically I have
But please give us money.
Coaching. I've been in 2020, we both lost our jobs in the gym. Luckily, through the loss of our jobs, one of my clients decided to stay on board. I've always loved working with women. I guess because I understand how we operate and what our challenges are, and you know, I've been there myself. So I basically coach women how to become their best selves and how to get to their goals, whatever they are, getting stronger, learning how to lift weights efficiently. Those kind of goals. My personal training is around resistance training, and I've always kind of worked with myself first before I started to coach other women. So I've learned a lot through my journey. So yeah, my goal is to help other women to achieve their goals, and that's what this platform is.
And to become badasses.
And to become badasses. It has 3 options on there, and the first option is basically £20/3,000 shillings per month, and would like to give you guys the opportunity to join at a discounted rate at 3,000 shillings. The general rate is 4,500 KES per month. So if you miss this opportunity, then it'll go up.
The first 60 days, basically, if you join, that will be your lifetime price.
Yeah.
It will be 3,000 a month price. It's not like only for the first 60 days.
And also on the website, I do 30-day challenges as well. So if you feel like you want to just kickstart It's 30 days of 30 emails with tons of useful information, how to get started, how to set your goals, how to lose body fat, how to take before photos and after photos, and like I kind of guide you for 30 days.
Cool, that's enough.
Sorry, that was
Shut up
long.
now. Next, so we did the worst thing about living in Kenya.
The best thing now?
Now we need the best thing about living in Kenya. What's the best thing about living in Kenya?
There's actually quite a lot.
I'm gonna have to go with two things, personally. Firstly, the access to adventure, which is like us, it's so us. So like the ability to do, I mean, financially dependent, because right now we can't do anything because we have nothing. But you know, if you're able to save some money up or whatever, you can plan a trip to suit any desire that you want. You want to go hiking, cool, you go hiking. You want to go and see wildlife, you can go and see wildlife. You want to do both of those things at the same time, you can. You know, coastal stuff, whitewater rafting, rock climbing, mountain biking. It's crazy endless. Yeah. So adventures, access to adventure is way up there. And then the second one, honestly, it sounds cringy because I always say it, but it's people. The people, for me, make this place. And it's what's always brought us back, is just always remembering like the attitude of Kenyan people. Obviously there is always a divide sometimes with the way that people see a foreigner. Generally speaking, I would say that the amount of positivity has like, compared with other countries, has vastly outweighed any like tiny bit of negativity about the fact that we're not, you know, Kenyan. So yeah, access to adventure and people, they're my two big ones.
The best thing about living where we live right now,
on the coast,
I think we're very, very fortunate personally, because I watch people coming from Nairobi or wanting to come to Nairobi. This is their local escape, and it's a relief for them, and I'm just so grateful that we actually chose here. I know what Kilifi is like, and I know what Diani is like. I haven't been, but I have a rough idea. And I think Watamu is the best place to be, and I'm so grateful that I'm able to just walk 2 minutes and I'm on a beach, you know, and it's quiet and it's peaceful and it's beautiful. So I definitely love the scenery and just being in, I love Watamu, I just do. But also I want to touch on the adventure, and yeah, you need money.
Yeah, that's what we're finding now. Like
that,
especially as a foreigner, because we have to pay crazy money to get into parks.
Yeah, park fees for us are still extremely like ridiculous, but cool. It is what it is. Anyway.
The next one is basically what we want out of life long term, and kind of whether Kenya can provide it for us. Because this has been, we touched on this in our last vlog. We went away to essentially decide whether this was it for us, or like what the next step was, like whether we can see ourselves being here long term. So the next step is kind of for us to determine, you know, what do we want out of life, and can our projects and businesses and things like that thrive here in Kenya. And I don't even know if we're gonna know what the right decision is with that one. Like, generally speaking, our main this goal up here is our adventure escapes that we are trying to get off the ground again.
We didn't really actually mention much about them on here, but I would like to insert an Instagram grid somewhere on the side here or over here, so you guys can check it out if you haven't yet.
But yeah, Where Next Escapes essentially is that we run active adventure escapes, or we did, but guess what, travel, who knows right now, like it's non-existent. Domestically, yeah, it works, but we are running escapes in Thailand, Sri Lanka, Philippines, Kenya, all over, and right now you can't get to any of those countries. So it's difficult to say, and in all honesty, for that, if that was to start running, Kenya is not the place where we would be able to run them from permanently. It's a little bit too disconnected. It's not a great hub to just kind of zip in and out of.
I think this is the main reason actually. It's the fact that it's not a main hub and it's quite far away, and it's actually very, very expensive to leave from Kenya to get to Southeast Asia.
It's super expensive.
Most of our locations are going to be around Southeast Asia. Our hub needs to be around there, and
it does.
Also, that's just my personal opinion. When we first left the UK to travel together, it was to Thailand, and you know when you first travel to your first country, like far away, and I fell in love with Thailand. Like I love Kenya, 100% love Kenya, and Kenya is a completely different vibe to Southeast Asia or Thailand.
Thailand just ticks a lot of boxes.
Thailand ticks a lot of boxes for us, yes. There's other things. We don't just, like we, for example, this is gonna sound really stupid, but we judge a location based on the fact what the wellness or the fitness scene is like. Supermarkets where we can buy healthy foods, training where we can go to a good solid gym, and right now we don't have one.
I'm building one.
He's building one, but
it's not
there
ready
isn't
yet.
one. So I feel like from that side of things, like our training has massively suffered, I would say.
Yeah, for basically from a long-term perspective, if our goals remain the same, because that's another one. If it is a reality, unfortunately, sadly, we're probably not going to be able to do that from Kenya. However, that being said, we are not going anywhere right now because honestly, this is the best place we could possibly be in our current situation, and we have an amazing group of friends here. We've got a really, really cool setup, and we can do everything that we're doing right now, we can do from here. So as long as that is the case, we're going to be here. We love everything, tick, 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 tick. From a long-term perspective,
whenever that is. It's not happening yet, so it's not worth thinking about it.
It ain't happening this
I guess
year.
The last question was, are we leaving Kenya?
I combined them in two. Are we leaving Kenya? No, we're not leaving until we're leaving. And right now, until we've got flights booked or a date, and we haven't, and I don't see it happening this year. Right now, Kenya offers us so much more than anywhere else possibly could right now. Yeah, and you guys also have been amazing, so thank you for the support and helping us inspiring us to travel more and to do more adventure stuff here, because we want to create content for you, which makes us go and do really cool stuff. I think that's it, right?
One more thing, if you come to Watamu, make sure you come between Monday and Friday so you can train with me. On a Monday and Thursday I do 2 classes a week and at 5:30 p.m. so I would love if you could come and join me. Just drop me an Instagram DM, I don't know.
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, that's gonna be the easiest way, and the Instagram DM is here. Yeah, I think
that's it. We're waffling. It's lunchtime. We're really, really hungry. If you enjoyed this and any of our other videos, particularly, please give us a thumbs up for the video. Please comment below, like we said, let's know what your best and worst things are about Kenya, your own personal opinion, maybe what you think of our favorites and our best and worst things as well. And please, if this is the first vlog you're ever watching of us, we'd love for you to subscribe, maybe check out another video here, and see you next time.
See you on the next one.